Hi, I'm Paul Battaglia, and this is section 10.4, hyperbolas. In section 10.4, like some of the other conics, we still would like to give students a good visual idea. Also have them look at the equations as well. And I'm joined by Gabe and Brittany, and Gabe, I think that's a great place to start. Let's talk about the equation of a hyperbola.
Sure. So after introducing the idea of a hyperbola, I really like to just give students the equation. So state the two forms of the equation of a hyperbola and really emphasize the difference between the equation of a hyperbola and the equation of an ellipse. Because students might look at them and say, well, these look very similar, so their shapes of the graphs are going to be very similar. Well, really, the only difference is that minus sign. So that's where stuff changes. And I really like to emphasize how changing that plus sign to a minus sign affects the shape of the graph.
It really changes, Yep. Brittany, talk to us a little bit more about that. So we have the equations, right? What do you like your students to look out for as they begin graphing?
All right, so if they see an x value first, then I like to tell them, well, now we know the shape, at least it's opening to the left and opening to the right. And so we're hitting the x-axis. And then if the y comes first in the equation, then we're going to be opening up and down. And also, that means we're going to be hitting the y-axis.
Perfect. And I think putting it all together, I sometimes, I know that we have our students draw somewhat of like a dotted box, and we want them to look at the slant asymptotes there, and we also want them to use the conjugate and the transverse axes to kind of draw that box and then correctly draw the shape of the hyperbola. We do have a nice summary at the end of the section, so you can take a look at how the general equation translates into all the different conics. It's worth showing your students. I hope these tips have been helpful for you, and you find much success in section 10.4.